Great news, ladies and gents, we're finally going to get some unity. Convicted shoe bomber standing in Birmingham election to unite Spark Hill. The former holy warrior, Shazzy B, says his controversial past and life experiences would make him an ideal councillor. Yeah, I can definitely see Birmingham having unity when this guy gets elected, because if you took like Sikh, Chinese, Korean, Bangladeshi, Palestinian, Nigerian and Somalian, put them all in a big room with someone that has Mr. Butt's political leanings, shortly after his hissing backpack exploded, they would be very united because he'd turned the entire room into a nice paste. Yeah, very unified, just not really in the way that we generally mean in politics. Right then, you thought we were scraping the bottom of the barrel when Jeremy Corbyn ran for office. Turns out that stone cold killers, they can run as well. There's Mr. Butt, no relation to the pale ginger fella Nicky Butt. No, definitely not. He's got an honest face though, hasn't he? It says he was speaking about his colourful life. That's one way of describing it, yeah, colourful. Because if you blow a load of women and kids up at a pop concert, the room's full of colour, varying hues of red, for example. And he's in Birmingham, so he's probably going to be wildly popular. You know what? He's probably going to win, isn't he? It's Birmingham. Essentially, it's Bangladesh with better internet. He says he was jailed for his part in an armed terror plot, but he's seeking election in Spark Hill. He believes he's the ideal candidate to unite the divided community and push back against the far right, and also defeat Labour in one of its traditional strongholds. His candidacy has come under immediate fire online amid claims he advocates violence, pushes a strongly snack bar agenda, and has a significant history of criminality that should bar him from sitting on the council. Claims. They're just claims. The bloke's literally got a criminal record for waging holy war against the filthy infidels. And apparently they're just online claims, aren't they? Totally baseless. Here's another baseless online claim. Diane Abbott has maxed out a loyalty card at Greggs. Do you think that one's true? It continues, Mr. Butt has openly encouraged the city's youth, snack bar youth, to work out at the gym and learn how to fight. It's unbelievable. Sorry, you know there's the conspiracy theory that Mr. Bin Laden didn't actually die and get buried at sea. Maybe he just got a particularly good moisturiser, trimmed his beard a little bit, and gained like 20 or 30 pounds and moved to Birmingham. See, I mean, not that far-fetched, is it? Although I'm a pasty blue-eyed northerner. To be fair, they do all look quite similar to me. He urged the regulars at the Golden Bell End churches to stand together and hold their ground against people of other faiths, who he describes as disbelievers. Well, he's perfect for Birmingham. Perfect. He's going to fit right in, isn't he? Ahead of the Villa match against Maccabi Tel Aviv last November, he called on the boys to head to Birmingham and show solidarity for Palestine and prevent their team's fans from desecrating and dirtying the city. So he's as extreme as anybody in prison. Not only should he not be running for office, he shouldn't be a free man. Talking like that, dirtying the city, tells me that he's a full-blown religious fundamentalist and he should be breaking rocks for the next 35 years, preferably in an orange jumpsuit. And, waterboarded for information occasionally. It's unbelievable. He also posted a video from a protest at the match saying, "We're not pacifists. If somebody comes into your face, you knock his teeth out." That's my message to the youth. Christ on a bike. He's like the anti-Jesus, isn't he? Jesus, if somebody slaps you on the left cheek, offer them your right. This fella, if someone accidentally knocks into you in the train station, put a sack over his head, force him into an orange jumpsuit, take him out into the middle of the desert and then set up a camcorder so you can saw his head off and then send it to the Prime Minister. Mr. Butt's a father of 5. Obviously he's a father of 5 because we're feeding them all. People who look like me can't afford to have kids, but if you come from the third world, we'll pay you to multiply like the gremlins in the swimming baths. You just pop them out willy-nilly, knowing full well that you don't have to spend any of your own money on them. I mean, to be fair, it's not a racist policy, is it? Because White trash does that as well. Mick Philpott had about 13 kids. He had so many kids, he set 5 or 6 of them on fire. You know what I mean? Like money in the Soviet Union, you know, you're better off just burning it. They have so many kids. The people who shouldn't breed have so many kids in the UK, they treat them like firelighters. They're disposable. He's one of 20 candidates standing alongside controversial lawyer Ahmed Yaqub and Shakil Asvar in an independent candidates alliance. And in a launch video for his campaign, he told people he'll be relying on the support of, or the obvious, to win the seat. The post has been slated on social media, with Ron Response claiming Birmingham's on the cusp of being lost forever, or on the cusp. It's well gone. That deal is done and dusted. So let me tell you what's going to happen. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the medium term in the UK. All these happy clapping, fake nice snack bar boys will, as soon as they have even half a chance of seizing power, they'll cast off the useful idiots in the Green Party, which is the same thing they've done all around the world, by the way. The useful idiots always usher them in, and then they get both barrels as soon as they've got their hands on the reins. These people are going to take over. I had a bit of a back and forth with Landua this morning talking about it, because I still think the best thing you're doing is holding your nose and going for the least worst option. His point is that, well, I'll put it up, pragmatism doesn't get anywhere. I do get where he's coming from. I think there's a strong argument for accelerationism, right? Just drag everybody over to our way of thinking. But ultimately, as I explained there, I do think at this point, Starmer has been so much worse than any of us possibly imagine. I would take someone like Matt Goodwin over the alternative. I genuinely think we've had it far too good for far too long, and too many of the normies will never get with the programme and vote for a genuinely very right-wing candidate. I think it's all well and good having your principles, but I just cannot see how this doesn't end terribly. Like, if the regulars at the snack bar take total control of the UK, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think doing anything we can to get anybody other than Lib Lab Con SNP Plaid Cymru into power, and then desperately trying to force the agenda right, is at least a ghost of a chance, which is better to me than no chance at all. However, I'll live to be convinced that there's another way forward. In the meantime, violent foreign men are going to run for and get power in the United Kingdom. Probably a terrible idea, but again, what do I know? I'm sure fellas like this and Zach Polanski and, you know, the LGBT community and all the 4B2s, I'm sure they're all going to be clasping hands and humming Kumbaya once they get into a position of authority. History's shown us that the snack bar boys, they get much, much, much less aggressive when they actually manage to seize power, don't they? Yeah, they definitely do. So what say you? Are you dead set against reform because they're fannies? Or are you willing to hold your nose and do anything you can to stop raving lunatics like this getting into power? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I want to be convinced. Please let me know in the comments down there. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow. Toodle pip. Cheers.